We are live, folks.
This is what happens when you have a week like I've had.
She hasn't been feeling well, folks.
Hasn't been good. So you're not ready for your podcast. You have no eyelashes. You open your eyes and leave a big black line from your eyeliner. It's not easy looking a fucking disaster.
Pimpin' ain't easy.
Like Courtney Love, and not in a good way like I do. Okay, say hello to the people. Hi, welcome to Marital Hate.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Marital Hate. My wife is telling me what to do. Please help me. Please send help to the cage behind
you do need help.
The house.
You can't stand up for yourself.
Not like and you tell me how to vote.
Grown ass man. I do tell you how to vote, and you ignore me, you fucking asshole. I suck your dick. The least you could do is vote the way I want you to.
Not gonna do it,
ladies. We can influence elections.
Not gonna do that. Folks, this is Marital Hate. This is my wife, Stacy. She's not ready yet. Don't look. Avert your gaze. I'm Doug. This is Stacy. We're married. We don't hate each other. This is a nightly interactive podcast. It's on all the major platforms. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, we'll bring your comment up. We'll interact with you. If you're on Instagram, you'll get booted by 9 o'clock, but we can see you're there and you can comment to us. We just can't bring it up on the screen.
But you're going to get booted
due to technical issues on that are out of our withholding. I know I said withholding. Anyways,
because you were trying to withhold sex.
I was not withholding.
That was Friday. Then you gave it to me, but then today you didn't withhold sex at all.
I didn't withhold anything today.
You just kept offering the dick up. So thank you for that.
Okay. So, folks, we have a group of people that join us pretty much all the time, and they're called Master Haters. And our favorite Master Hater, without bias, is Tracy, and she says, "Happy Monday, peeps."
There's some other people that come close, like Ann and Todd and Risa. I mean, like the OGs. If you have a swan painting in your house, a flamingo painting, you're pretty fucking special.
So, we hope that Tracy had a fantastic Monday, but we'll probably uncover that as we go along.
I actually talked to Tracy a little bit today. Not that the whole world needs to know that her vitamin D is low. But her vitamin D is low.
You know how that happens.
Yeah, because she's a lesbian. She's not getting any vitamin D. Is what's happening. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. But the reason I bring it up, and Tracy, I hope you don't mind, because everybody's vitamin D is low. And I'm not a doctor. Everyone's vitamin D is low. And so what they prescribe nowadays, what you buy in the store is either 500 or 1,000 IU. But the prescription, if you were going to get a prescription for vitamin D, it's 5,000 milligrams. IU is a microgram. Milligram is a milligram. So we're talking like 1/10.
All of this could have been avoided if in the 70s they just paid more attention and converted everybody to the metric system like they wanted to.
Well, but that's actually what they did was, and this has happened a lot with natural supplements. A lot of natural supplements have been pulled from the market. Pharmaceutical companies and our government, they
allegedly
they just seem to be awfully friendly, and natural treatments get pulled off the market. But then things like Benadryl, which are only available with a prescription in other countries, are available over the counter in the United States. Makes you wonder.
You know what's available over the counter here that probably is not elsewhere? Spam. I don't know that other countries eat spam.
Okay, well, yes, probably. We can talk about the food issues in other countries. We'll get there. But I want to talk about
IUs and IOs.
So what they used to be milligrams, and then they basically said you can only do IUs. And so, of course, now you can either get a prescription from your doctor, you can go to a place like Restore, Hyper Wellness, one of the IV places, and get a vitamin D IV. Somebody's making money, or you can go and buy a bajillion of the vitamin Ds to get the proper
and eat them like Skittles.
I mean, I am not a doctor. You should not take my medical advice, but I use kinesiology to test how much vitamin D to take, and sometimes I take 10. But I've also been prescribed vitamin D. I just don't see a Western doctor at the moment, so yeah, I find them to be very useful. I mean, they have their purpose, but just when you have a chronic illness, I think if you have an acute illness, particularly an injury,
Yeah.
Western medicine, great. Go see those people.
What's the difference between acute and chronic? Chronic is longer term.
Yeah,
and acute is shorter term.
Short term would be like, I don't know.
It's like acute.
A week or two. A couple weeks, maybe a month.
It's like the herpes. It
but
goes
like
away.
Chronic would be,
I don't know.
Me and Snoop smoking it up. I don't know if Snoop has any health issues. If he does, I don't know that he would.
He's pretty skinny. He's probably deficient in something.
But anyway, most people are deficient in vitamin D, but here's the kicker. We're also deficient in magnesium and potassium, and they're all little friends. They're all friends. So
how do you know they're friends? You don't know them.
Absorb properly. So I personally, I do magnesium oil in my armpits, on the bottom of my feet. I take baths in Epsom salts. I take an oral magnesium because I'm super deficient. Mm-hmm. My doctor actually had me on daily IV magnesium drips at one point, but can't afford it. So if anybody wants to sponsor some daily IV drips, please.
That'd be nice.
So anyway, you can get those, but I would just, those are ways of getting magnesium into your system. I also take Celtic salt, and I eat a shitload of berries and chia, which I believe are loaded with all of that good stuff. So Tracy had some comments that you wanted.
She had a lot of comments.
Suck it,
Gram. Suctogram or Fuctogram. I mean, Instagram fucking sucks.
And she's laughing her ass off, which is good. Which makes me wonder if she is has partaken or who has partaken. If you're out there and you are high, or you got high over 420 weekend, you're still high from Saturday, give us a like, because I'm high too. I've been sick for 10.5 years, and I take cannabis oil every night so I don't kill myself. Sometimes I take it during the day. I probably should have yesterday. Trace says, never mind. That's cool. When you have a chronic illness, Western medicine is failing us. Absolutely. Acute is less than 6 months, and chronic is greater than 6 months. Oh, now we know.
See, it's acute. It's like an acute angle.
Yes. What song is it from? What? Now you know. And then they say the N word. What song is that we always quote?
Oh, it's Belle Biv DeVoe. Now you know. Yo, slick, blow.
He said the N word?
No.
No, it was. Then it's a different song.
What are you talking about?
The song I'm talking about has the N word.
You're racist.
I'm not racist. I'm saying the N word. It's not like I'm saying music. No. No, I'm not doing that because I do not like that word. Well, here's my thing. I love that word. And I don't love the word in the sense that I'm going to say it, but I love what the Black community has done with that word.
Taking it back.
And they're like, fuck you. Nobody else can say it. I love that.
I'm going to take over.
I love it. That's
I'm going to take
genius.
back Whitey. Oh, cracker ass motherfucker. That's what I'm taking back. That's my next album. Dude, cracker ass motherfucker.
All you have to do is call yourself an old white man.
Old white man.
By the way, all of that stuff about the N-word sounds completely different coming out of your mouth than it does out of mine. You can't say anything. I can't say anything either.
I'm more concerned with the white people in this country than any other color. Just saying.
Why? Because we're falling apart. Because we have no identity. We're not special. Because we're afraid to talk because we're going to offend someone.
Keep going.
Because we're going to get sunburn.
We're not going to tan, right?
We have low
vitamin D deficient.
Actually, it's more common in people of darker complexions to be vitamin D deficient. They actually need more than pale people. So I need less.
That also sounds racist.
It's just a fact.
So far, we got thumbs up from Mr. Little Tommy Milmore and Mr. Dave G. Ethier, who's been active.
Trace says, I mean, I don't mind. Thank God. I wanted to get back to you had mentioned international foods being available in the United States. Spam, and Benadryl being examples. How they ended up together, who knows? But
I don't know about Spam. I was just making that up. That just felt like the most American.
I don't know where Spam is and isn't available, but I will say that there's a lot of things. I mean, even if you buy like a Twix bar in the United States, same company makes it, different ingredients in Europe. And you can occasionally get them at Target. So at New Year's, Target does a celebrations champagne bottle. And they're, by the way, usually left over like well into Valentine's Day. What did we buy? 6 of them one year for like $1 a pop.
Good. Like they're really tiny.
They're small. They're snack size, but they come in this big champagne bottle that I think it was like originally $10 and they'd marked them down to like $1. So we bought a shitload of them just to get the candy. And so, we got one and the candy was so good. We went back and bought all of them because they were on sale. And so they taste completely different because they can't use the same ingredients over there that they can use here. So I was watching a TikTok today. What are you doing? You don't need to be doing
I'm
that,
looking
right?
up the foods that are banned in other countries.
Oh, there's a fuckload
It's actually
of them.
really, yeah.
And there's I know that there's a few that are on the chopping block right now, like Oreos and there's a couple that are on the foods that are on the chopping block, but Oreos was one of them. There's a couple of others.
I would assume the Hot Pocket should be on there.
Oh, maybe. I think that 99% of American food should be on there, but that's not the point. The point is this guy did a whole it was an interview with Huberman. Andrew Huberman, brilliant neuroscientist. Definitely recommend checking him out on YouTube, TikTok. His stuff is fucking intense, like way more intense than even this. So watch shorts because it's really hard to follow. Whereas like other things, like you can watch like with most Rogan interviews where he interviews someone, like, you know, conversationally, you can follow that. But when you get into the people that do highly technical shit,
those guys,
like the Paul Simonitz that did the, I think that's his name, that did the mushroom talk. That, do you remember
that guy? That was
a lot of
crazy interesting.
Dude, I've listened to that 3 times now, and I've retained about this much. What I did learn was that portobello mushrooms, maybe not so bueno. So anyway, here was interviewing this guy. I can't remember who it was, but he said every time he comes to the United States, he eats exactly the same foods he eats at home, and he gains a pound a day that he's here. And Huberman said, it's not fat. You can't gain fat that quickly. It's inflammation. And so, interestingly, we were at my doctor, Dr. Kelly Walsh. She's a chiropractor who does kinesiology. And she had said to me, that's not fat. So I put on over 100 pounds since I got sick. And and 90% of it's in my belly. Of course, it's been very stressful. I've had a lot going on personally, other than being sick, other than Doug's craziness, other than y'all, other than the world, just stuff.
It showed up.
She said that fat doesn't jiggle, like it doesn't move. It's hard. Like hard. So the jiggly part is inflammation. So I'm really excited about that. So I just need to leave the country and I'll be fine. Let's catch up on the comments. Tracy says, I don't think anyone should care. A word is a word. It's all in how it's used. It has a negative meaning behind it. Then the person using it should probably reconsider before throwing the word around. Just saying. Very much agree. Well, I think that we should, like, I think, like, on the one hand, I think that we shouldn't impact, like, we shouldn't, it's just a word, like, let's not let it upset you. Let's ask ourselves what the intentions are, because and let's, by the way, let's assume people have good intentions. And if we're not sure, ask questions. Oh,
there you go.
Oh, it's like how to be a person. Oh, you say something I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me. I'm going to assume that you didn't mean it to sound the way you meant it to sound, so I'm going to ask you clarifying questions. And if you're still a fucking asshole, then I'm going to wish you peace, love, and happiness, and I'm going to leave. Bye. Don't invite them over.
Little Tommy says Oreos, ? And I will tell you why Oreos are banned in other countries. Either they're black and white smushed together. It's like a race war in a cookie. Or some countries, they don't want the black and the white mingling. So that's why you can't have it in other countries. I just made that up. But yeah, I think that's a good race war cookie. Tracy says Lucky Charms, Cheetos are things you can't have in other countries. I know some of the red dyes you can't, or some of the dyes. Gatorade is another one. Is on the chopping one for not near enough. I love Lucky Charms, but they're not good. Yeah, I love Lucky Charms. I love all kinds of cereal.
So currently on the chopping block in the United States, Gatorade, all the sugary cereals, like the Fruit Loops.
The delicious corn pops. Corn pops have something that it's the same ingredient as embalming fluid or something.
Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, Skittles, Nerds. Oh, I fucking love Nerds.
I don't like the Nerds.
M&Ms.
Love them.
Swedish Fish.
Love Swedish Fish.
Flaming Hot Cheetos and Doritos, which I have not had yet.
You figure Swedish Fish would be okay in Sweden, but maybe that's not their country of origin. Maybe we borrowed it, like Kung Pao chicken.
Wait, what do
General
you?
Gao.
Oh, the Swedish Fish. They do sell them at IKEA, so they must be Swedish.
Use your finger to tap the falling bacon strips and pile them high. It's like a new game that you can play from Culver's.
I don't want to go to Culver's anymore.
Culver's is delicious.
When you order a gluten-free burger, I love Culver's, but when you order I have to eat gluten-free now, and it's so fun. Love it. No peanuts, no gluten.
You're just a thrill a minute
organic supplements, fucking shoving things up my ass for 10.5 fucking years, and I'm not getting any fucking better. I'm really pissed off. I am getting better. Even though I haven't gotten better in the past, I am getting better. My body is healing as we speak. Your body is healing. We are all healthy. And so it is. Not the point. The point is...
You sound hyped up on fucking sugary Gatorade is what you sound like.
I'm not. No, but you should look at
Monster Energy.
Can you look at my face sometimes?
Yes, I
pretend
can see
because there's three of us here.
I was just admiring the sunset.
You want to look at yourself?
No, I wasn't looking at myself. I was looking at you.
Actually looking at you today.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm thinking about how hot you are.
How you doing?
I haven't gotten that far yet. We'll get to that.
Okay.
So Culver's, when you get gluten-free from them, they give you they take your burger and just throw it in the box.
The burger and the cheese, and then all the stuff.
They
in the box.
warm up the bun and they put it back in the plastic wrap so you know that it's gluten-free. And you have to put your own, you have to make your own burger. It's like build a burger.
Still
they're
delicious.
Like, what do you want on it? And you're like, ketchup. And they're like, packet of ketchup.
Ketchup in the bag.
Mustard, mayo.
Bag. Something.
It ruins my life. Everything's ruining my life.
So Tracy says, I believe inflammation can cause rapid weight gain for sure.
Yep.
Amen to having good intentions and asking questions. I think that's good for anybody. She also says she is not a Nerds fan, but she does enjoy the Swedish fish. I saw somebody on TV yesterday eating Twizzlers. I haven't had Twizzlers in forever.
Oh my God.
You can't have Twizzlers because they got gluten in them.
My grandmother and I used to eat Twizzlers while we watched the Golden Girls.
Oh yeah. Sit there and eat that big 8-pound bag you'd get. Yeah.
Red dye, so bad for you.
So bad.
Red food dye is so bad
but so good.
Okay, so for the weekend, what did y'all do?
Yeah, what did you guys do? I don't know
what the hell
you guys did.
Did you watch The Toxic Avenger like we told you to? You had homework.
The TV.
By the way, if you're over on Twitter,
TA.
A lot of you are on Twitter. TA. If you're on Twitter and you come over to YouTube or Facebook, you can comment. YouTube's better than Facebook because Facebook's kicked us off before. But if you go over to YouTube at Marital Hate, you can join the conversation. We'll bring you up. If you have something you want to promote, we'll promote it. We actually, to the point where it's kind of become a problem because people were trying to sell CBD oil on our page.
Yeah. They haven't been here tonight. Usually they're like, we can cure your whatever, your rheumatoid, whatever.
You've got cancer and you're bleeding,
just take this.
And you're bleeding out profusely from your jugular. We'll just take this CBD and you'll be fine.
Are you actually losing blood?
I know a lot of people really like CBD. I need people with Lyme need the THCA to treat the Lyme and such. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Well, that's that. So don't eat crap. So here's your lesson for the night. The moral of the story is, folks, don't eat the crap that America wants you to eat. That's all I'm saying.
Grow your own food if you can.
And then don't fall into the healthy food trap either, because soy is no bueno.
Wait, so you went to the grocery store today and you took my scratcher. Did you get Mega Millions?
I did get Mega Millions.
We're going to win the lottery tonight, and we're going to help people to be able to garden in their own homes. It's like a kid on the quad. We're going to help people have gardens in their homes. That's the goal. And then Trey says, I did not watch. Sorry. Beck was home for the weekend and I spent time with her. Beth is up in Mass packing her mom up to move down near us in Georgia.
Look at that.
Oh, that's so awesome. Don't worry. We'll eventually be there. No, I don't want to be there. Can you come to Florida, please? I don't want to pay taxes. Ever. Fuck the government. They still get them in Florida, though. We pay a lot for restaurant taxes and shit.
Yeah, that's because anything the tourists have to pay. That's what they get you.
Trace says, yay for being lottery winners.
Yeah,
right.
I think we get a little cabin near their house in Georgia, and we stay there.
We're gonna have we'll have our leisure travel RV.
Yeah, but we can pull up to the cabin. It's gonna be a sweet ass cabin.
No, I don't want to have a cabin in Georgia. How
can I have my exotic pets that Tracy's gonna take care of?
Just leave them in Tracy's house.
She'll go get them anyway.
You have so many fucking pets, she won't even know if it's hers or not.
She got like a cat and a dog.
Yeah, but then there's all these other dogs.
Oh.
Because they have everybody has a pet.
I might be afraid to stay there. Well, it's like a dog pack.
We're gonna stay.
Chasing you.
We're gonna have a leisure travel van, although we may have to get an Airstream temporarily, and we're gonna go to there. We'll go stay in their driveway.
It's like an invasion. The driveway's this way. We're gonna park this way at the end so nobody can get out.
Well,
we're here.
I mean,
then our black snake's gonna
leave. A back injury. She can't run very fast. You can stop her. And Bex is too exhausted from working all day, so she's not going to run very far. They're just going to be like, dude. I mean, if they don't hang up on us after we call them on a Sunday night with my crazy ideas
about how they should. Well, not we called them.
I was just trying to help my friends come up with a way to make some extra cash on OnlyFans, making art with their body parts. What's wrong with that? It's on a previous episode. Tracy said, I would like to an animal sanctuary for exotic animals. You can do that in Florida. Lori's here. Thank you, Lori. By the way, tonight's episode has been brought to you by Mud. Lori
inappropriateness.
Oh, and always inappropriateness. But that's what happens when you use copious amounts of cannabis, like I do. And Tracy says, I like crazy fun Sunday phone calls. Well, see, that's the thing.
What if they come from me? That'd be like, because I might have more whacked out ideas than you do. I mean, your ideas are just silly. My ideas would be like, okay, here's what we do.
Well, his idea, Lori, you were not here for this, and I'm so glad you're here. Probably you're not going to be when I tell you this. Doug came up with this idea. We're talking about how Hasidic Jews have the mikvah, which is like a woman will go after a period for a special bath. And it has to be partially natural water, blah, blah, blah. They sleep
moon water.
Rooms. So Doug came up with this idea of a menstruation tank where women have a tank that they can go in.
21st century technology.
You go in the tank while you're menstruating. And my thing was like, this is the strangest idea, obviously, ever. But then I thought about it. And I was like, think about it, ladies. Men don't like to talk about periods. You just say that you have your period all the time. You
not going out there.
Say you have fibroids. Say whatever. Fibroids. Say you have PCOS.
Or some sort of roids.
Get your ass in there and be like, sorry, can't take care of the kids, the house, or work. You're going to have to do all the cooking. Thanks. Oh, and I need chocolate.
But there's also going to be nutrients, minerals, and things in the water.
Thank you. I appreciate the nutrients and the minerals in the water.
Yeah, they're going to be in the water. That'll take care of your
Is that like
nonsense.
A monthly subscription?
So here's the thing. Once you get out of the tank, quit your bitching, because I've given you nutrients. I've given you a little vacation.
You don't understand. When you, after you have a hysterectomy like I had, what happens is you have your period all of the time. It never goes away. So I'm gonna have to just be in the tank. Well,
you're gonna grow gills. So here's the thing, though.
I can't believe you didn't state the obvious.
What?
You were just down there, and I did not have my period like an hour ago. So, like, see.
Well, you did attract the dolphins with it.
I didn't.
You're floating out there in the ocean, and it's like you see all these like the dolphins. Look at you.
Lori is laughing, and Tracy is laughing her ass off. She said that is hilarious. Just so you all know, you never know where the conversation is going to go. As a matter of fact, right before the menstruation tank, Doug's mom, who's been cremated for 30 years, is coming back from the dead to get pregnant and have a baby.
At age 94
Elon Musk
93,
is going to help
whatever
her. And we're going to put the baby in the ocean so Elon can't get it. And then when it becomes an adult, it's going to want to visit us on land. So we're going to get an adaptive car so it can come to our house and hang out in the pool.
Adaptive.
We're going to order sushi. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So I was trying to talk to Doug's brother when we were in the ocean underneath the full moon.
Because it was not an orca, but it wasn't a full moon. It was an eclipse.
Sorry. It was a full moon eclipse.
It was I don't know if it was a full moon.
Or was it a new moon eclipse?
It's a total eclipse.
It was a total eclipse.
They don't call it a.
So it was a total eclipse. I swam out in the water, and I said I was a make dolphin friend, and I did. There's a video. You can see it. It's out there. It was the coolest fucking thing in the whole wide world. So this weekend, we did fuck all. We did watch The Toxic Avenger again. But Tracy didn't watch The Toxic Avenger again, and none of you guys have watched The Toxic Avenger. So I guess we will carry on to Toxic Avenger tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Somebody watch the fucking thing because I'm dying to talk about it.
I actually did mention it when I was at the store today. And there was a guy that was bagging groceries who's there usually. And you kind of see the same people, right?
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know how it came up, but I'm like, yeah, I stayed in this weekend. I watched this 80s movie called The Toxic Avenger. And he had seen it. He goes, I've seen that. And he was all excited. And
Did you tell him it's being remade?
I don't really remember it, but he goes, I remember seeing it. I remember it being a thing. So Toxic Avenger is it's spreading. It's like the Sanibel Deviled Egg Festival. It's just spreading by word of mouth.
But the thing is that it's legitimately being remade right now
with Peter Dinklage and I believe was a Kevin Bacon.
Yes, Kevin Bacon. So it was made in 2023. So who knows when it's coming to theaters or if it's in theaters.
Oh, is there a trailer? There's a trailer. Yes, do we want to watch it with our folks?
Possibly. Jane Levy, isn't it? I don't know who that is. Idea. She looks familiar.
I don't know any.
Elijah Wood.
I know
Julia
him.
Davis. That's the chick from.
Never seen her before.
That's the chick from. Isn't that the chick from?
Nope.
It's not the chick from.
I don't even know what you mean, but I'm saying no.
I thought it was the chick from that show that I keep trying. Yellowstone, but it's not. She looks like the chick from Yellowstone. And then I don't know any of these other people. Lisa
Guerrero.
So anyway, they're remaking the Toxic Avenger. I guarantee you it's not going to be as good as the original.
No, it can't be. It was so 80s and they're smoking at the gym.
Hang on.
What?
Do you have what's the best way to send things to you?
To me? I guess Messenger. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Regular text message, okay. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna look at the original trailer, and then can we watch the new trailer?
Oh my God, I can't. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Hang on, it's just not letting me do it.
Do you want me to look it up?
No,
I can probably find it. Sorry, you guys are watching this whether you want to or not.
So we'll watch the original trailer, and then we'll watch the current trailer. I just texted it to you.
There it is.
My mouth is dry. Okay. So we watched The Toxic Avenger. Other than that, I was sick as fuck. Did I get high all day on Saturday?
I think you needed to.
Northern Lights knocked me the fuck out. Took about, I don't know, 1/10 of a gram. Not even. Like 1/5 of a gram in the morning and then in the afternoon. And I slept a lot.
Let's see.
Sunday, I woke up with a sore throat and pain and couldn't move. And I was supposed to connect with fucking Mel today, and I totally forgot. No, I'm sorry. I'm having a time.
So I introduced to you the Toxic Avenger. Hopefully I can make this full screen. It'll come out.
To the vine.
Little Melvin. He's a 90-pound weakling. Everyone hated Melvin.
I'm gonna take this mop and shove it down your throat.
They teased him.
I wanna do it with you. Okay.
They taunted him. They tormented him until he had a horrifying accident and fell into a vat of nuclear waste. Transforming little Melvin into a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength. Melvin became the Toxic Avenger. The first superhero born out of nuclear waste. Yes, the muggers and the rapists didn't know what law and order was until the Toxic Avenger came to town.
Holy shit! I don't know what it was, but it saved my life. All right, everybody, drop your tacos or I'll blow your brains out.
The vandals and the perverts had their way with the little people of Tromaville until the Toxic Avenger ripped them apart. The Toxic Avenger. His face is so terrifying. We can't show it to you now. You'll have to see the movie for yourself. The Toxic Avenger can bend steel with his bare hands.
Oh, we're on a kid. Get it?
Leap small cars in a single bound. He crushes drug pushers. Smashes hit-and-run drivers. And gives all criminals their just desserts. The Toxic Avenger.
He was a hero.
He's a hero. He's a fighter. He's a lover.
Melvin, you're beautiful.
The good citizens love him.
Best movie ever.
The fat and corrupt hate him.
Kill that bastard. You gotta kill him. Yeah?
Will he survive? For incredible explosive action, you must see the Toxic Toxic Avenger. He's a different kind of hero.
They're missing a lot of the action.
They're not missing much.
The Toxic Avenger is coming to your town. Look out.
Look out. That is the Toxic.
It's hard getting into filmmaking.
So now we have
so
to
important
find the
to
new
have
one.
a
have the new
team
one.
that
Sorry,
supports
you
my
don't.
vision.
Stop that.
IMDb Pro has
There we go.
been.
Oh, and look who showed up. Our
Courtney
little
is
little
here.
friend Courtney.
Hey, girl. She says, "Hey, gorgeous," and Doug.
Doug.
And Tracy says, "Laughing my ass off. This is terribly good, girl. You have no idea."
It's the Toxic
Okay,
Avenger.
I'm just gonna give you the broad strokes.
No, you don't even need to. That was a broad stroke.
It does, but like, there's like the Toxic Avenger gets a blind girlfriend, and they're so happy, and everybody's working out in bikinis, like they're in a gym.
There's a lot of bikinis in the
It's
gym.
just, it's so 80s cheeseball horror, hilarious.
Smoking at
Gross
the gym.
Gross parts. There are parts where people like walked out of the theater and demanded a refund. The first like, I don't know, it's like in the first 15 minutes there's a thing that's really dark,
Yeah, it's
and the rest of the movie is like really.
But then it gets
no,
like the second
there's
half of
like
this
a,
movie is just all fun.
there's like
fun
a
and
rape
games.
scene, and like it was in. Remember, he was like,
Oh
they
yeah,
were
yeah,
gonna-
yeah.
he
Well,
like
there's a couple of them, I think.
there was like two,
Yeah.
and like they just like.
Yeah, oh,
Like
well.
it's nothing.
well.
Like, okay, that didn't just happen. The only movie, if you've ever seen, and I'm not a big fan of horror reboots, but I think the one movie that ever, not that I like want to watch a movie with rape scenes in them, but I thought accurately portrayed a sexual assault experience as someone who has been sexually assaulted, was The Last House on the Left. They did this, not the original, but the remake. They did the sexual assault scene, and they did it like up close.
Ooh.
And the actress, I mean, and I realize it's a horror movie and like they don't win awards, but
Right.
that actress's performance was unbelievable, and it was heart-wrenching, and I slept through it the first time I saw it in the movie theater. So my friend was with me, and she was like, how is she sleeping through this? It's like a 15-minute long close-up scene of this woman being sexually assaulted. I don't recommend watching it, but the movie's really good. As for the Toxic Avenger, it's slapstick and it's corny for the most part. There's just that one part at the beginning that's really fucked up. Okay.
Tracy says, I almost anticipated it was going to be like the Asian films where their mouths don't sync up to what. Yeah, kinda. Yeah,
It's
very
not
similar.
quite there, but it's like in every scene you can find 50 things that are like, dude, you can't do that. You never could do that. You can't do that. That's not real. But it's just good, clean fun. It's
like, yeah, it's
You'll
really,
see.
yeah,
It's just
I don't
good, clean fun.
Yeah.
So we have the trailer for the new one.
Oh, so here comes the new one. We have not seen this
don't-
yet,
I
folks.
don't-
Being
should we
Toxic
watch
Avenger
the new
fans.
one, or should we watch
I
the
think-
old one?
I think
So
we-
should we wait till everybody's seen the old one?
maybe we should. I don't know. We just watched the trailer for the old one.
Let's watch the trailer for the new one. All right, this is the trailer for the new one.
Did you send it to me?
I just sent it to you via text.
Okay. We're gonna pull it up on the screen now. I think I have to leave it in this.
As for the identity of there are still no leads as to the identity of
The freaky folk hero remains at large. Sir, what did you see last night?
I heard gunshots, saw blood. Handsome fella had his arm tore off like wet bread, and the creature run off into the night.
He looks like a fucked up hot dog. That part was very shocking to me. Motherfucker.
Can we put that up? Anyone that may have encountered the strange. Breaking news, a group of armed extremists, the Nasty Lads, they've taken hostages at a Miss Meat Lunchatorium downtown.
Let's go live.
We are the Nasty Lads! We are angry! Who the fuck are you?
I really want to see this.
The Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
I think I'm gonna have to see it.
Looks all right.
I think I'm gonna have to go
okay.
see it. I always feel guilty if I like a reboot.
Well,
like the fucking Rob Zombie Halloween was sick.
But that looks like it's right in line with the same kind of cheesy goodness.
It looks like it's really good. I'm excited to see it. I don't know if it'll be as good. I don't think that they can get away with half the shit that they used to get away with.
No.
But they might have actually made it like more scary and more funny. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, potentially.
Because they made that's how I would do it, because you can't get away with all the stuff that you could get away with back then.
Now, did you know about this movie before we stumbled on it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I didn't know anything about it.
I just hadn't seen it. Like I rented it and fallen asleep. Tracy says, I also almost anticipated it was going to be like the Asian films. We already talked about that. And she says, fantastic. And then Tracy, how have I never seen this before?
It's
There's it's a whole series, Toxic Avenger 2, which we should have watched over the weekend. What I should have done on Sunday, we didn't go to church.
We watched it on TV though.
We watched on TV.
They have the simulcast.
We did the meditation. We watched the service.
Meditation was good.
This was much better than last week.
Yeah.
Much better than last week.
Our normal guy was back.
Chris does a good talk. I'm sad he's leaving. But we haven't been to the center because I haven't been feeling well. And chronic illness.
And we're afraid of Toxic Avengers.
If you have a chronic illness and you need support, reach out. I'll do what I can. And it's maritalhate@gmail.com, or just private message me.
Dick pics also accepted,
whatever.
Apparently.
Yeah, I do like dick pics, but you should probably not say that. I would love anybody to send me any naked parts that they do have. Ladies, gentlemen, buttholes, vaginas, penises, earlobes, whatever. Send me pictures. I like to look at things.
You're very strange.
I did show you the one vagina it was a vulva.
Well, you showed it to me unsolicited. If you had said, you want to see this vagina I just got sent, I would say probably no.
It was a lovely one. But if I just pulled up like a random vagina off the internet, would you be okay with that?
But you irate me with that. You're like, here, look at this.
But I'm saying that if I just
instead of saying, hey, would you like to see?
If I just pulled up a random vagina right now, like this, okay. Here.
And made me look at it.
I'm not going to make you look at it.
No, you made me look at the other one. You're like, here, look. Random. What? Oh,
see, look at that.
It's kind of fun. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. My wife just looked up.
Oh, they can probably see what I'm looking at in the reflection of my glasses.
It's not good, folks. It's like a deli over on our screen.
A spicy deli.
Seasoned roast beefs, hams, cutlets,
head cheese. I gotta find the timestamp for that. That was fucking hilarious. We don't always know that we're as adorable as we think we are.
I don't know who would find this entertaining, but we do have some hearts and thumbs ups tonight. Cheryl was here. Go Bills, Cheryl. We miss you, and Lori, of course. Joanne Kelly, our favorite.
How do we
a little time? She is a former coworker of mine and Tracy. She's fantastic.
Hey, girl.
And David G.
We're glad you're all here. We're glad you're here.
I don't know if they're still here, but they gave us thumbs up.
Prostate checked up his butt,
Sorry, Dave.
We just want to know how your butthole is.
I don't.
Actually, we want to know how everyone's butthole is. Tracy says that brings new meaning to spam.
Yeah. There was some spam on that screen.
It was lovely. Oh, on that screen, yes.
It looked like there was some spam that looked like it fell into a lint trap. And
well, it was funny because I looked up your favorite kind.
Oh.
And when I
what do you mean my favorite kind? My favorite kind is American. No, I'm kidding.
I started doing this, and that was the first thing it brought up.
Oh.
And so it brought up a kind of vaginal discharge that I'm pulling up on the internet. Apparently, sometimes people have black vaginal discharge.
Even if they're white?
Yeah, no, I think it's stagnant blood, old stagnant blood. That's what I think. I could look it up.
I am out of words for this.
Well, just tell a story of your own.
Oh, I did have I do have stories to tell. One of which,
oh God,
yeah, I don't know what you're doing there.
I don't need to look that close at
All right.
anyone's vaginal discharge.
Wow.
Trey says that can't be good.
You can't. Yeah, I figured of all people that would know about that would be, blood fluids and things like that. It would be Tracy. So I'm going to present a little story here that I connected to another story.
Just before you keep going, Paula Duran is over. Hello, and she says, "Hello, baby."
What's up,
Paula Duran is over on Instagram. Paula, we're glad you're here. Sorry, I just saw that. We're gonna get kicked off Instagram at any minute, so go over to YouTube at Marital Hate, or you can watch us on Facebook if you'd like.
Either one.
But on YouTube, you can actually comment. We can pull your comments up on screen. We can see them here, but like I said, you're gonna get kicked off. Instagram kicks us off.
We like you.
An hour in, and we're really happy you're here, and we would love for you to be part of the conversation. You'll make friends. These people are nice.
So I'm going to turn the conversation from black vaginal discharge to something a little bit more cheerful. And it's not much more cheerful, but it's got to be more cheerful than
black vaginal discharge. You don't know.
An adored ostrich at the Kansas Zoo died after swallowing a staff member's keys.
Why are you sharing this depressing ass shit?
Well,
and by the way, I don't want it on camera because we can't use while we're talking.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. All right, so I don't know the whole story behind the whole thing, right? But I need to. All right, so hang on, I need to share a different window. So I don't know if you remember, in another ostrich that needed some issues. It had some issues with some things.
Another ostrich that had issues with something.
There was an ostrich that had a problem.
The ovulating ostrich in the country?
No, it was a little thing called Curious George. The ostrich, he ate his bugle and got it stuck in his throat and caused havoc. So Curious George is walking around causing havoc on this zoo train. And this actually happens in real, like this guy's walking around the zoo, ostrich gets his keys, chokes to death and dies.
Well, maybe he dropped his keys.
Didn't anybody in the zoo read Curious George? And by the way, why isn't Curious George in a goddamn cage? He's just as much of an animal as any of the bear or this ostrich
maybe we're
himself.
The ones that should be in cages.
I'm not advocating that monkeys should be in cages, or anybody should be in cages.
You should be in a cage.
But I'm just saying, you should learn from Curious George. I did.
All right, if you say so. All right, I would like to loop back to the weekend.
All right.
So what did you guys do? Oh, see, I lost my little Instagram screen.
Well,
what did you guys do this weekend? Because we did nothing. So we watched Toxic Avenger. We played cribbage about 9 million times. What did you win twice?
I did. I was just on a bad streak. I have been on
a fucking streak for like a month, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll
Winner. Can you play cribbage at the casino? Because I would win. I would win. I would beat everyone. I'm so good at cribbage. And I have witchcraft. Ask Doug.
She does have witchcraft. She will say, "I want an 8," and I flip it over. It's an 8 every time. It's not fair.
I'll do it sometimes like 10 times in a row, and you'll just get more and more.
I don't even know.
He gets increasingly aggravated. He's like, "I'm not playing with you anymore."
I know how Darren felt to Bewitched. He's like, "Hell."
You can manifest too.
Well, at least Darren had. Well, at least I don't have Darren's problem, like the mother-in-law popping up, sitting on the kitchen counter, or
Would you want my dad?
Dr. Bombay showing up?
Do you want my parents just popping up?
Uncle Arthur.
Do you want my parents just popping up?
No, Uncle Arthur showed up in a pot.
I got Aunt Cheryl. Aunt Cheryl pops up and she brings her little friends.
She could pop up. Yeah. So, anyways, cool it with the witchcraft, will you? For 5 minutes.
No. As a matter of fact, I just called my owl friend over. If you're listening carefully, you probably just heard a burrowing owl. They're endangered here in Florida. They're super cute. There's like a million on our street. They're endangered,
but there's millions of them.
On this street, there's like what? There's
a nest of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 8 on the street.
On our block, there's at least 20.
Yeah.
Just on our block.
Behind us, there's a couple nests. Down the street, there's 3 on a corner over there. Yeah.
It's
and
crazy.
You can't build there now. So.
Well, that's, kind of good for our neighborhood because it's kind of over congested as it is. Like we're on small lots. These aren't even quarter acre. They're like small. Although we've seen smaller lots. What's the point? Like, what's the point of having a life where you're that close to someone?
I don't know, but I saw a nice house today. that was in Cape Coral. It had the hot tub that flowed into the pool. That was very nice.
Don't want to live in Cape Coral.
It was affordable.
It's too crowded here. Okay, so we fucked.
Oh, that's
over the weekend. That
what
was fun.
everybody needs to know. Sure. What else did we do? I made ice cream last night.
Oh my god, the ice cream!
I made a toasted coconut, pineapple, macadamia
All right,
ice cream.
Tell them how to do it. You get a Cuisinart ice cream machine, or you can do the thing where you put the ingredients in a plastic bag, and you get another plastic bag, like a gallon-sized bag, and you fill it with ice and salt, and you shake it. If you don't have an ice cream maker, it'll work.
Well,
okay, go ahead.
And you just make the ice cream. There's not much more to it.
But we use coconut milk.
So I used the 2 cups of cream, and then you're supposed to use a cup of milk in addition to that. So I swapped out the milk for coconut cream to add a little coconutty flavor, which it really doesn't add too much coconutty flavor, but it does add a richness to it.
It's got the perfect
decadent
and the richness, and then it's got the coconut texture. Is there pineapple in it as well?
Yes, pineapple chunks.
Grilled pineapple chunks?
They're not grilled. I didn't grill them this time, but I chopped them up really not like your other chunks are about like a half inch. These things were like maybe 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch chunks. So that there's a lot. They're more. It's more of a smooth.
Very good. I had a couple bites before dinner.
Yeah, she did.
I'm telling you, my stomach's been all jacked up. That was part of the problem this weekend. I'm having all kinds of stomach problems. Don't have a chronic illness. It fucking sucks. Okay, so then today
I'm hiding.
I had like 9 things I wrote notes about.
Okay.
So, and I wasn't on top of the podcast all weekend. Like we had our social posts that we had scheduled, but we didn't get things out. But we did post out some shorts today that just went out to TikTok and Twitter and Facebook and everywhere.
I want to see how many likes are currently on that one.
This fucking comment, make sure you lower your volume. This one fucking comment that we got is like the highlight of my life, you guys. This woman should be president of the United States. She's a genius. So, of course, we've had a few comments here and there about the podcast. One woman said that this podcast was a waste of precious time.
Sure.
She is signing out. That was Barbara York. And then another woman said I looked like Courtney Love and not in a good way. And then this woman said, what in the floor did I just walk into? And that pretty much sums up this podcast.
It kind of does.
Like whenever I'm trying to explain it to someone, I'm like, oh.
I'm not sure.
That's the best description. What in the Florida did I just walk into?
But the smiles, they're kind of smiley faced.
They're big eyes. But I think that maybe she meant it as a compliment. Maybe she didn't. Maybe. That was on the video about being pregnant and swinging. Apparently, some people want to swing when they're pregnant. You guys want to talk about that some more?
Not much else to do but wait for the baby.
This woman's like, I want to swing right. She's like, I stopped when I was showing and now I want to swing again. And right now, like it was so urgent. Like she couldn't wait another month.
That bodes well for the
what's she gonna do for the 6 weeks
for
after
her family?
She has the baby where she can't.
She's gonna have to
In any case, in the process of reading this article where somebody like wrote a letter and like, please help me, we realized that apparently people do this and everybody's interested in the pregnant woman. That's fucked up.
It's like a freak show.
Y'all do what you want to do, but
you were going off on like the things like how does that affect the kid and
exactly.
Yeah, but if your mom's like, you say your mom gets pregnant by somebody, doesn't work out, find somebody else before she's while she's still pregnant. The guy's gonna bang her while pregnant.
Yeah, but that's different.
Maybe there's 2, 3, 4, 5 guys banging her, and within those 9 months.
You have been watching too much smut television with me.
You don't think there's a pregnant lady out there that
sure
didn't get banged by 4, 5, 6
I'm
guys?
sure there is. I'm sure there's pregnant hookers out there that get fucking every hour on the hour.
They get good money, better money because they're pregnant.
I don't know. My point is, it's not for me. You do you. I just have questions about the safety for the child and the energy that you're bringing into your life. You deserve to be happy.
But that person is seeking the happiness. That woman that you're talking about. She's like, oh, I want to get.
Well, I mean, I guess it would depend on what you define happiness as being.
You're having a baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't you put your freaky sex needs on hold for like 9 months? You can't like put it on hold.
think that,
and by
like-
the time you find out you're pregnant, it's really like 8 months, or who knows? Maybe it's 3 months. Who knows with these goddamn people? Can't these people just like, you know what? Let me just put a pause on the fucking a bunch of different random
Listen,
dudes.
it's not for us. We're trying not to judge you, but it's really fucking hard. Like if you're gonna do, like I can see like, okay, you're in a relationship, it doesn't work out, or like maybe you had like maybe somebody like had like a one night stand, and or like the person wasn't interested in being part of the child's life or whatever, and you ended up having a relationship after that. I could see it.
What if you just had a bunch of relationships after that?
I don't know that would be ideal. I think that like maybe if you are like, it's one thing to have like one not work out, but like you got to think about your child.
Yeah, but if this lady,
I mean, it's 9 months,
pregnant, and she's like,
It's 9 months.
I want to start up again.
It's 9 months. How many people do you have to fuck in 9 months?
Well, that's one question. Can't you just put like you're pregnant? You're probably not feeling all that great for the first 3.
Well, the problem is that there's like, you know, the second trimester when you're super fucking horny.
Yeah, but
then what?
You know, maybe I don't know. But do you need? Can you go to one person, or do you need to go to some random hookup where you get the keys to some out of a fishbowl or what? Like, I'm just saying.
Well, that's the risk.
What is wrong with people that they can't go?
Risk of possible infection to the baby, even if you're practicing safe sex. You know, you're taking a risk if you have an active sex life, and that's your choice to make. But when you involve a child, that's a whole other story. Tracy says, "Yummy."
Yeah, but not about that. Not about that.
That was totally unrelated. Courtney says, "I'm back. Had to jump off as soon as I got on, but I got these kids laid down now." Court has 6 kids. Do you want to swing while you're pregnant? What does your husband say about that? Her husband does not want to be a swinger. Courtney is a hoot
and a half.
A hoot nanny. She's a hoot nanny.
She's a hoot
all on herself. She came here. How long ago did she come?
Like a week.
Like 2 weeks ago, she started coming.
And now she's here.
And
all
now
the time.
she's got fucking master hater status.
Yeah.
We call our followers.
Well, she's that
haters.
just that twisted.
We call her yeah, she is. We call our followers haters, and then the people that come like night after night that have all become friends with one another, like they hang out in like various places throughout the country. We call them master haters. So Tracy's one, Courtney's one, and there's so many.
And Daniel.
There's so many
Thomas.
of them. In any case, we have a fuckload of you guys are here over on Twitter, and we want to tell you is if you are on Twitter,
get on over here. YouTube, Facebook, get in on the action.
Come over to YouTube at Marital Hate because you can comment. We can put your comments up on the screen, etc. And if you're watching on, you'll make friends, which is like the coolest thing because I don't know who doesn't need more friends in today's world, but I fucking do. And that's why we're here because we want to be friends with you. And we're really happy. We're like genuinely like we're really happy you're here. We don't make any money on this. We're losing money on this. We would like to eventually make money on it, but like. We started doing it because we want to bring people together. We felt disconnected from the world. We felt like there wasn't any community. So we're trying to create a community here. And so, you know, we're doing it. So if you can like, follow, share, whatever, and if we can support you, let us know. We have
what you got to do, people.
We will have, if you're a Floridian, we'd love to have you on the pod. And if you're a business, we will do a remote. Courtney says
she is a wild feral woman.
Well, that's
the best kind of woman. Yeah,
I'd like to say I am as well.
Yeah, you are
clearly. With my no bra
I had to
on.
rope you with a lariat.
You don't have to rope me with a lariat. My hair is roped
rodeo.
Anyway.
So can I just get back? I just want to get back to like what like I like to do things, right?
What do you mean you like to do things?
I like there's plenty of things
like
that I
enjoy
in life, right?
Okay, looking at turtles.
But I think if they were going to be like
lose it,
if it was going to be possibly harmful for a child or my child or whatever, I think I could give it a couple months rest. And then pick it back up on the other side.
Yeah.
Like that's what I don't understand about that whole thing. It's like, oh, it must you
so
get
if you
so
are pregnant.
There's so much. Go ahead.
If you're pregnant and fucking a bunch of dudes, we would love to have you on the podcast so Doug can ask you these questions. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I don't care if you're single and you're pregnant, you can. You're not, but if you're married and you want to do the swinging thing. Just put the goddamn swinging thing on.
Husband be like, I don't want my wife swinging. Well,
yeah. Do you think?
Ugh.
Like, well, in the first place, you're letting your wife get banged by everybody in town anyway.
Judgment.
So, here it is. Here it is, folks. Here it is. Our first of the night. It actually took 55 minutes for somebody to chime in with Dave Heels, getting free publicity off our website. You want to pull that crap? Put our website on Dave Heels.
I don't know that I want to be on their website, but we do promote. We do try to support other businesses, podcasts, whatever. We want to support everybody in the world as best we can. And I can share things on the podcast. This is like night after night after night. They just do this cut and paste plug. If they wanted to talk about it, I would be willing to talk about it. But this is just bullshit, spam.
But it cures ADHD, autism, PTSD, anxiety, and depression,
and AIDS. No, not AIDS. No,
I find it hard to retain stuffs, hard to understand. Most times, feel clumsy. Ever since I was microdosed mushroom for Dave Heels on Instagram,
dude, they're like literally selling mushrooms.
I have been feeling productive like never before, more positive minded and immensely focused. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what it's done for me in this short time.
Besides, I know somebody who sells me mushrooms, and I don't have to go to some rando.
And there you have it.
I know where my mushrooms are made. Okay. I would like to circle back.
I would like to be able to retain stuffs.
Like what stuffs?
That's what it says. I find it hard to retain stuffs.
Yeah, we have trouble because we're old. Let me ask you this question. I think we've established that we don't want to be swingers.
We don't want to be swingers, but I think there's.
But we do want to judge them.
No, I'm not judging them, but I'm just curious as to how strong that pull is, or I'm just trying to think the pull of anything.
Well, I've been saying that we need to have a panel of different panels where we discuss things, and one of the panels I would like to have would be a panel of swingers. We'll just have to talk to them all.
Well, yeah, no, but I think it applies to other stuff too.
Like what?
But I can't think of anything else. Like smoking, maybe, is another thing. It's like, do you really enjoy smoking that much that you're going to smoke while you're pregnant, or you really enjoy drinking that much? Like, I don't know if that stuff is bad for the kids or whatever. I think smoking is horrible for anybody, but I'm just trying to think of something that could be potentially harmful for a child that you're carrying.
I think that like people will justify their behavior.
Yeah.
And I think that people don't necessarily realize like the risks associated with various things. I know there's a lot of things. There's some things that I have always been really worried about in my life that I didn't need to worry about, and other things that I needed to be worried about that I wasn't. And I have been very lucky.
Well, there you go. I think the thing that's curious for me is that like the allure to be married to someone that you love, but yet still want to.
You don't get it.
Have the well, I don't.
But you're also not like you're not like we've been watching Sex and the City reruns, and it's like we're watching it and we're like, ew, like that's a lot of just like I don't know. Well, first of all, it's rampant. Like if you go back and watch it, it's just like sad, like low self-esteem, desperate women, sad. Yeah. And then add to it that they're like. How many sexual partners they have, like that's a lot. So I don't know, like it definitely, as people that are happily married and still have sex regularly. We have sex this afternoon. I'm getting to that. I have a story.
I hope you don't have a story because
it's actually really funny. It's what I was about to tell you before the podcast.
Yeah.
So wait, what are you doing?
I'm looking up something.
Okay, so Doug's looking up how many partners they had for us right now in the middle of the podcast. But I'm lost track.
You were talking about your story about before we were having sex or something. You had a story.
Yeah, but before that, what was I talking about before that? The 41 men and 1 woman?
Samantha racked up the most.
Sex and the City
with 41.
So we were just like, we've been watching it and saying like, that's not like 41 different men on the that's on the show. Carrie 18, Charlotte 18, and Miranda 17. And they had a lot before that. Like I think somebody had 47 before the show even started. That they talked about on one of the episodes in season 2.
It totaled up to 94 men and 1 woman in the entire show, divided amongst the 4 of them. So
that's kind of a lot.
It's 20 something.
So but we're in a different place. Like if that's what you choose for your life, that's okay. And be safe, be careful, and we're not like sex negative, but we're also that's you're letting somebody into your energetic field. And so I would be mindful of that. Like I'm super like I used to be really open to just having anyone in my life. And obviously to some extent I have this open window, right, with the podcast, but I'm getting like better and better at setting boundaries with people and, you know, kind of keeping my own little space. And that's, I think that women who are, you know, who are promiscuous or insecure, that often goes hand in hand. And I think that, that's kind of the problem with that show, is that it was like what we basically taught a generation of women that was normal. How about why are we showing like that it's normal to have, you know, a man that you met and fell in love with, playing mini golf, and he's drives a Volvo and looks kind of like a douchebag, and then you get sick and he takes care of you for 10 years and washes your parts, and because you can't take a shower by yourself,
Gotta have clean parts.
And cooks your meals and like holds your hair while you puke, cleans up your puke, is your best friend, makes you laugh, and eats your pussy for days. Where's that story?
Sits here on a podcast and gets humiliated.
You're humiliated?
And I cannot get
wait till I tell today's story.
I can't get a word in edgewise. I don't want to hear the story, honestly.
It's a funny story.
It's about poop.
It's not about poop. Oh, poop does come involved at some point in the story, but not really. Okay.
I'll just sit over here and be embarrassed.
Tracy says, wow, that's a lot of, right? That's a lot. That's a lot. Like those are some gay dude numbers.
That's offensive to gay dudes. You're saying
gay dudes have a reputation for being promiscuous, and unfortunately for the stereotype in all of the gay community, our gay male friends have said, oh yeah, so true.
Oh, Courtney says that Doug is a really good man, but I must say he's also overly lucky to have you. I am lucky to have you.
He is very lucky to have me, and let me tell you.
Oh, Jesus. Here comes something.
No, so
here comes the boom.
I have a friend who they're celebrating something, and I can't tell the story. In any case, all day long, I was going to give my husband a blowjob. And so at various points throughout the day, he would take his penis out and present it. Specifically, I have like a recliner on the end. Like we have a sectional with a recliner on the end. So I reclined and may or may not have given my husband a kiss in a special place.
Kind of private.
That only married people should do.
Kind of private.
Just kidding. Whatever you want to do, it's your life. But be responsible. So we did that several times, and then finally we couldn't figure out what to have for dinner, so we had sex. So we go in the bedroom as you do, and we did a little more with the penis in the mouth, and then and Doug's like, okay, what are we doing here? Because we knew I had a bunch of stuff to do for the podcast. We knew we had to figure out dinner. Like I have stuff to do. Yes, I'm sorry. Does that
that's when the choking began.
It didn't affect his erection at all. He was ready to go.
I had nothing.
Stop coming off camera.
I don't want to be.
Yeah, but everybody's favorite part is when you put your face in your hands. And I guarantee that's going to happen. Brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Stacey story, and it's a horrifying one. So we're there, and so he's on his knees, and I'm like sucking on him, and he's sucking on my titty, and he's touching my puss, and we're doing all the stuff. I don't know if any of this is legal to say on the internet, but anyway. And so before you know it, he's downtown, and I'm just thinking, and I'm like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel the need to talk incessantly, in case y'all haven't figured that out yet. And so I started with a little bit of dirty talk, but believe it or not, I have a filter in my brain. I run everything through. Like, it's just that the filter is like a really loose filter. Like, things slip through the cracks that really shouldn't. Like, I'm like filtering out fine milled sand with like a tennis net, and just shit just gets through the filter. But I'm thinking to myself, before I do dirty talk to my husband, what do I say to my husband? And then I say, oh no, don't say that. That's weird. Are you ready for it? So I'm thinking, oh, I should tell him.
I don't know what's going to come out of her mouth. So I'm very sorry in advance.
I'm like, so, so you're, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, do I tell him like to,
Hey, good job.
Use 2 fingers? Do I say stick a finger in my ass? Do I say like lick my ass? Like, what do I say? What do I say? I'm thinking to myself. And then I thought to myself for a second, oh, I could tell him to fuck my ass. Do I want to do that tonight? And then I'm like, oh, I haven't pooped all day. And my friend Billy told me that like one of the best, like one of the things that he doesn't have sex as much as he used to is because he's sick of having to douche all the time. So I'm thinking that I need to have a panel of gay men tell us the best way to do butt stuff on the podcast. This is what, by the way, all while you're down there. All while you're down there.
Oh, I was concentrating on something else.
You were
having these thoughts of gay men.
Like all noises. I can't do it right now. We're outside.
So basically, I'm down there.
And I'm coming.
And you're thinking of gay men.
But this is the problem with having ADHD. While I'm coming, I'm trying to think of the way to say how to talk dirty to you in a way. And then I'm also thinking to myself, oh, well, I should ask my gay men's about this, have him on the podcast. But also, oh, maybe I do want him to put like something up there. Maybe it'll help dislodge it. Maybe if he shoots up there, that'll really help get things going. And then I'm like, oh, well, never mind. I have this cramp in my thigh now because every time we have the sex, especially if he's down there, he puts his hand on this thigh, and I'm convinced I flex my muscles in this thigh, and I pulled something and it hurt. So anyway,
that's 2 sex injuries you've had.
So I came up with an idea for the podcast, and it is that we should have a gay man's panel on anal sex. So if you know a gay man who wants to talk about anal sex with us, please don't be our son. we have a gay son, but we don't necessarily need him to be on that panel.
Well, he's only 21. How much can he know? Hopefully he only knows about 3 years.
I don't even want to know.
Not like expert level.
All I know
is
that we trust him to make wise decisions, and we have given him the safe sex talk more times than I care to tell you.
Well, that's the other thing. Maybe he would benefit by this roundtable, this gay man roundtable that you thought of when we were having sex. You're in your head. No, you know what? Now's a good time to think of gay men and having a round table. Yes, let's have that. Good job, honey.
I don't know which your hole is your favorite, but I would like to give you as many options as possible so you're not bored in our marriage. It's been 10.5 years. I'm not willing to swing, but I'm willing to give you more.
So she's watching Sex and the City, and she's like, do you ever think about having an affair? And I'm like, no. And no. Well, you've been sick, and I
told him he could years ago.
And all this stuff. And I'm like, would you just shut the hell up?
Trace says, no, I should never. Tracy says I was sexually active since I was 11. Girl, I'm so sorry.
Or congratulations.
Says, depending on how you look at it, but I think it was I'm sorry, but I'm not really sure. That's a question you don't want an answer to. Oh, this is going to be good. She is squeaking. Oh my God. Squeaking. Yeah, I do occasionally squeak. And she said, did the sex work up an appetite so you could figure out what to eat? Yeah, I figured out that my stomach is still hurting, but not so much that I wasn't willing to do sex things. Usually if my stomach's really bad, I don't want to do sex things.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
Tell them what I had for dinner.
I don't know what you had for dinner.
Ham sandwich.
That's what I had for lunch too.
Oh, Courtney
is sexually active since she was 14. Was this like a...
But the weird thing is that when Courtney was 14, she was 3.5 feet tall. So that was kind of weird.
In a good way or in a bad way? Like, I don't know. Like, when do people get sexually active? And what is sexually active? Because I think that, like...
Courtney says she's only been with 3 people. So
if you ever had
the age of 14, so she's 18 now with her 6 children. Her numbers are good.
Let me ask you...
I don't know why.
Let me ask you this crazy question. What is your she's only been with 3 people. She has 6 kids. She's been very busy with that marriage.
That's 2 kids a person on average. Oh wait, they're all.
I think it's the only way you can do it in this economy is to have 3 full-time
baby daddies.
employees and 1 mom who stays home with all 6 kids. I don't think you can do it financially otherwise. My first was a boyfriend I had for 2 years. Oh, that's sweet. But like, listen, everybody's got to do what works for them, and we do want to have we want to have lots of people on and talk to them about different issues. And
I just don't want you thinking of gay men while we're enjoying the love.
It's just that my brain is always like,
it's just
it's like a goddamn roulette wheel, and the ball bounces in a bunch of fucking holes, and I can't stop it, but I keep the wheel spinning.
It's a completely scary thing.
What is that noise?
I don't know. So this sounds like somebody's using off something plastic. So I got my period at 11, and I thought that meant I was a woman. So that's what women did, but I was so wrong. What is it? Confessional night?
It's always confessional night here. People are always telling their stories.
I'm still waiting to get my first period.
So, but what's sexually active? We'll put you in a tank when you do. What's sexually active? Like, because I think that children are, if you've ever had a toddler, like if you're a parent of a toddler, you know, like they will touch themselves. Like they'll be like, oh, let me, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's okay. You do that in your room or in the bathroom, somewhere else. I don't need to see that. Don't show anyone that until you're married or you go to college or you get your period for the first time and now you're just kidding. All right. So did your kids touch themselves as children?
That I remember, no.
My daughters were always like doing stuff to themselves. Like when they were 3, I think the girls go through that phase, but they were also learning to potty train at the time. So they went from having a diaper on, which is like pretty hermetically sealed, to we would either wear panties or we would wear nothing, you know, because they were potty training. So they would wear like little dresses and they'd be able to just pull up for the potty because they could feel the pee on their legs. So I don't know. But I will tell you that potty training is not for the weak. And then, no, the act of having sex with another person. What's the act of having sex with another person? Oh, sex, intercourse. Oh, I was 17. Doug is not answering that question. He does not like to share that kind of personal information with you.
Still waiting.
You're still waiting? I'm pretty sure that what you did today qualifies as losing your virginity in at least 2 ways.
Almost 3.
Almost. If only the gay men had been here to chime in. Okay, so what else did you have? I had some notes. I'm gonna see what else we have.
I had some feel good stories, which we might need tonight after this.
ChatGPT is dumb as fuck.
We knew that.
It's
smart yet dumb.
I have to tell it every day,
like people,
that a tweet only has 280 characters. A tweet only has 280 characters. I'm telling you, we're a little ways out on the AI. I think we're probably going to be a good 2-3 years out. But when it's in 2-3 years,
there are, like somebody said that it in like 20-30 years it will have the ability to kill us.
I would love that. Apparently, so I did a couple of hashtags that were of the twit today, as I do. You know, trying to
tweeting variety,
get our traction up on Twitter, which we have done. Thank you to the Twitter people. Twitterverse or Xers. What do you call yourselves? Do you say like a tweet when you do?
I still say Twitter.
I don't even know what the fuck it is. In any case, thank you so much for coming. We're so glad you're here. Follow us over on YouTube, please. Because YouTube, you can comment. We can put your comments up on screen. So we live in Florida, but Massachusetts was trending. And I was like, well, why is Massachusetts trending? So apparently there's some big talks about legislation that would add more taxes in Massachusetts, and people are concerned about that. And a lot of the taxes are being implemented as potential environmental safeguards. So like charging more for tolls or vehicles like an F-150, for example. And the woman that spoke about it, or I don't know what gender they identified with, but they spoke about, you know, comparing a F-150 to an 18-wheeler. It's pretty ridiculous. So there's a lot of crazy shit happening in Massachusetts right now. And I'm glad that we're not there, to be honest with you. I gotta tell you, the thing that we've talked about time and time again is that just people seem happier down here. And I think a big part of it, obviously, is the sunshine and getting outside. But I think the biggest thing is not watching the fucking news. Because if you're outside doing stuff, you're not inside watching the news. Just stop it. Shut it off. Just if you want, this is where you can get your news. You have a question, just ask us. We'll tell you.
We used to leave the news on as background noise, and now like it annoys me to have that.
Oh my god, I was like losing it when we were at the doctor and they were playing the fucking thing. But I wanted...
Keithy was here. Give us a thumbs up.
Hey there,
hey Keithy.
Gorgeous. Oh, speaking of gay men, he could have helped with my problem. God damn it. So there was a high-speed chase in Massachusetts. And there it is. I don't know how.
It looks like a Tesla, but I cannot confirm that from here.
I think that's small. I thought it was a Tesla at first, but I think it might be some sort of Honda. Does anybody know what kind of car that is? That might be one of those.
Just lucky he didn't flip over.
We had 2 people out of the vehicle.
But that's annoying, that music.
Well, now you know.
It was horrible music.
So,
that's something.
I want to see if they found anything. Ooh, Massachusetts car chase. Let's see what we have. Did anybody happen to see this?
Tracy says that her truck has Eco Drive, so he gets the same mileage as her Chevy Equinox. They don't care. They don't care.
This was out in Hudson.
Hudson, Mass.
Shit, we know people in Hudson.
We do?
Don't the Mazakis live out there?
No, that's
Holden.
Holden.
Never mind. Where the fuck is Hudson?
It is north of Marlboro, like up that way.
So, same area. Vehicle was reportedly stolen from Peabody and previously eluded other police departments. Massachusetts Air Wing initially spotted the stolen Lexus. 2022 Lexus IS. And began to follow it as it traveled Route 9 through Southborough and Westborough. That's big news in Southborough and Westborough. And that Route 9, did they go through fucking Newton?
Well, there they found somebody.
Oh, they continued on to 495 northbound. That's where they went off the road.
Somebody was found dead at Shoppers World Plaza behind a dumpster. Somebody that worked at one of the stores was apparently beaten to death.
What town?
In Framingham, in Shoppers World.
Do you think it was related?
That was the where John Harvard's brewery is, and that plaza there.
Yeah, but do you think that those two are related?
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the Framingham area is hitting the news. And Tracy says that's not even a car worth stealing. Well, it is for some douchebag that wants to impress you with their Lexus.
We know somebody who stole some cars. Troopers set up a tire deflation device on the westbound side of I-290 westbound between Solomon Pond Road in Marlborough and Green Street in Northborough. After striking the device, the car swerved, lost control, and skidded onto the road into the median near Green Street in Northborough. Dude, if you knew Northborough, this is big news. Yeah. It's not that small of a town, but it's not big either. Troopers followed the pursuit and stopped quickly and emerged from their weapons drawn. 3 people were taken into custody in the grass of the median. 2 were taken to the hospital with treatment of unspecified injuries. The 3rd suspect, a juvenile, was taken to the State Police Leominster Barracks for booking. Commenting on the incident, the police, blah, blah, blah. It all depends on what they're chasing. Obviously, if it's a seriously felony, a shooting or whatnot, we usually let the officers pursue. But I've got to tell you, in this day and age, what we do with someone who steals a car inside the court is not worth putting anyone's life in danger for. So it's something bigger. We just don't know what it was yet. So what were they chasing him for?
Interesting.
Who knows? Just be glad that let's just be glad that everybody seemed to be safe. It doesn't look like any officers were hurt. It doesn't look like even the passengers were hurt. So that's my silver lining on that one today. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did you see this?
I did see that today.
So Ozzy was one of the nominees.
Ozzy is nominated to get in. Also, Mary J. Blige.
I was actually going to read you the whole.
Read me, and I will read you the people that were left out of this vote. So go ahead.
You're not going to like one of them. And I don't know why this page is taking forever. Okay. Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that. Cher. I agree with that. Dave Matthews Band.
They're not a rock and roll band, but neither is Mary J. Blige.
Foreigner.
Borderline for me.
Peter Frampton.
Definitely should be in.
Kool and the Gang.
Not a rock and roll band, but they have enough hits to sink a ship. So
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy should be in as an individual. Yes.
Tribe Called Quest.
I'm not hip on that era of music, but I
Tribe
think they
Called
were
Quest,
pretty goddamn good.
If you're gonna have a non-rock and roll group, Tribe Called Quest should be in there, and certainly ahead of many other people that we've seen. But you know, Dave Matthews has certainly had an impact on the culture. Anytime you have, you know, I mean, it's like Jimmy Buffett. You know, they're gonna have, like, when you have somebody that has a massive following. You have to give some level of credibility to their music, even if it's terrible. I'm not saying that any of these groups are terrible.
I think Dave Matthews and his band are very talented musicians. I don't know about Dave himself, but it's like they are talented. But it's just, did he make an impact on rock and roll or music in general? I don't know. Not a favorite of mine, but the people that did not get in. Would you like to hear the list of them?
Yeah, but I do want to go back to Tracy's comments at some point.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mariah Carey did not get in.
Good.
Lenny Kravitz did not get in.
I don't know that he should.
I think he is another borderline person, but if you're going to go with Dave Matthews or Lenny Kravitz,
well, it's just because. But like, what did Lenny Kravitz put out? Like an album?
He put out that cover of American Woman. He did that. Are you going to go my way?
Lenny Kravitz done?
Yeah, he's. Yeah, and also Sinead O'Connor was nominated, did not get in. Soul pop singer Sade did not get in. Oasis did not get in, which I would think they should have been a shoe-in, even though they're derivative.
He actually has 11 studio albums.
Yeah, Oasis derivative, but they caused that sort of whole Britpop. Well, they didn't cause it, but they were a huge part and probably the most popular band in that whole Britpop movement. Hip hop duo Eric B and Rakim, definitely in the influencer category for them, and alt rockers Jane's Addiction. I think Oasis for sure. Out of that group,
Jane's Addiction.
Sinead, yes.
Jane's Addiction should be in there. I mean,
Jane's Addiction.
Listen,
I would, yeah.
I you know, it's interesting because you have to be a musician to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but
you don't have to be a musician. You can get in as a producer or a record exec, or
because I think one person that I would think that should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame using the parameters that have been applied, or even when you're narrowing it down to a specific type of music, Perry Farrell. He was from Jane's Addiction. Yeah. He was not, but he as an individual, because he put together Lollapalooza.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Huge thing. If you don't remember Lollapalooza, it's probably because you're too young. But it was one of the first. It was like a, you know, obviously Woodstock was the ultimate, you know, concert. What do you call those things?
Festival.
They're
a festival, or
festival concerts. Yeah. So Perry Farrell came up with the idea for Lollapalooza. And it, you know, it kind of followed that Woodstocky vibe with multiple stages. There were all kinds of cool things. I went for years and years.
Did you ever go to Lilith Fair?
I did.
You did?
One year. Lilith Fair was not my jam, but I did go with my friend Donovan so I went to, several up in New England. And then, of course, I went to one in Georgia with my friend Donovan. And we stopped to get gas, and Donovan accidentally put diesel in my car, and we had to have it drained, and it was not good. And the air conditioning was broken in my car.
Ouch.
No air conditioning in
how long did that take
fucking
to get drained?
Florida?
Your car get drained of that? How long did
it was
that
like an
take?
hour. Thank God we got there early.
Oh, geez, I was going to say. All right, so
we have some comments that we want to loop back to.
There are still before we get to the comments, there are just a ton of bands that deserve to be in that aren't in.
Like Doug Gear.
No, like the Monkees.
Like Doug Gear.
Why the Monkees are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? They influenced so many people. They pretty much invented the music video. Just saying, they were, So that's one beef. Paul Weller is another one. The Jam was his band, and Paul Weller has a 34 year solo career on top of that. There's there's Billy Idol should be in. He's not in. I can't think of how don't know. How does some of these people go in and Billy Idol does not get in?
I don't know. It's 9:30 already.
Yeah, it is 9:30.
So are we done with this?
We're done with the.
Okay, because I have a few comments and I want to get on the items. Tracy said, "Oh, that's sad about the person killed." Well, they didn't say that somebody was killed. They said that.
No, the guy behind the.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, they just came out with the So it was like a week ago that there was people like eating outside of a restaurant on Pine Island, and this 23-year-old kid crashed into him and killed an 80-year-old woman, and then 3 people were seriously injured. And of course, Pine Island, it was in Mount Lachey, very small area. Everybody knows everybody, like just really sad. And so the kid was 23 and he was double the legal limit?
Yeah, he was almost, not quite, but almost double. So
he's going to have to fucking live with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it was just
in addition to whatever his prison time is. Tracy says, so up in Mass, there's been a lot of gang initiations where people are dropped off in neighborhoods. And if they can trust you, they will bring a car back to an empty parking lot. Happened in my neighborhood in Massachusetts.
And if they can trust you, they will bring a car back to an empty parking lot.
So I guess it's like a gang initiation test kind of thing. And she says, I love Lollapalooza. I went for years. I don't know that you were old enough. And I
you little shit.
99 people watching. Y'all, we got 99 problems but your bitches won. This one right here, this bitch, I'm a problem for you.
They are all, according to our accounts, they're
Twitter.
all on Twitter except for one who's on Facebook.
So y'all,
and we know who that is.
Come on over to YouTube, because YouTube and Facebook, you can comment. We pull your comment up on screen. It's youtube.com.
Yeah, you don't like my controversial theories about
hate?
The Monkees being in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
you
tell
should
us
come
fuck
on
off.
over. Tell me what you got.
YouTube.com/.
I have some other feel good news stories if you would like them.
I mean, I don't know how far you want to get into them because it's 9:30 and we still have our hashtags. So you let me know.
I could kind of go through them quick. Woman set a 59-year-old woman broke the woman's world record for the longest time in an abdominal plank position. Take a guess how long?
5 minutes.
In an abdominal plank position.
5 minutes.
That is not 5 minutes. 4 hours, 30 minutes, 11 seconds.
Why would she do that?
Maybe she was holding in a fart.
So she just sat there and was like quiet the whole time, like she wasn't just bored out of her fucking mind.
I can't do it. Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
I would be so bored.
I don't know what she was thinking, but
for Christ's sake, I worked out a gay quorum for our podcast
right,
in the middle of having an orgasm while you ate me out today. I mean, I can't do more than that. And like while I'm planking, that would be ridiculous. First of all, my stomach would hit the ground.
Well, my dick would hit the ground.
No one.
Well, actually, one
Your
thing.
balls might though.
Well, it depends on how warm it is in the room. I will say this: that today's Earth Day.
Yeah, that was on my list.
Earth Day today, and I have 25 facts about Earth Day.
If you read 25 facts about Earth Day, I'm going to kill you.
Started by a senator from Wisconsin named Gaylord Nelson.
More people should name their kids Gaylord.
That I will. That we.
He wants to be on the podcast. Let him be on the podcast. We love you, little owl.
He sounds like the little thing on Jackbox.
That's a barring owl.
April 22nd was chosen for the Earth Day because it was between spring break and final exams. 20 million Americans, or about 10% of the country, took place at the time of the first Earth Day.
What did we do for Earth Day? Oh, I know what we did for Earth Day. We shut our air conditioner off and we opened the house. The house is open right now.
The first Earth Day in 1970 inspired the passage of Clean Air, Clean Water, and Endangered Species Act. So
you're really not going to read all 10 of these,
something good came out of it. No, but I was just going to plant trees, not bombs was one of the things that happened in 2011. Humans today use.
Maybe we should do that now. Plant trees and not bombs now.
Maybe
we should do that
we should
now. Maybe now.
So, anyways, there's a lot of things. I applaud Earth Day.
I applaud Earth Day.
Good things happen.
I applaud Earth Day, but I have some things. Yes, we should be planting trees and not bombs. Why are we sending $60 billion over to the Ukraine when we could have sent 60 billion trees over to the Ukraine?
They don't need trees. Well, if they planted real close together, the Russians couldn't have gotten through the trees.
Well, there you go. So everybody needs trees.
Russians would then.
okay, you want to talk about the Russians?
No,
Okay.
really not.
The tree. So I just don't want us to be supporting war. I don't believe in it. A, B, it's interesting that it's Earth Day and there's all these like kind of like, the average, I think the average person genuinely cares about the planet.
Yes, in general.
And I think that they try to do like, be relatively responsible. The thing that is fucked up is that they go after consumers. That was not very Earth Day of you.
Just throwing plastic.
We'll recycle it. But that's not the point. The point is
I was going for the laugh.
They're going after, I know. It would have been better if it splashed in the pool. Do you want to try again? There's another one over there. So here's my thing. They have all these like they're talking about doing things that are really going to hurt small business owners and the taxpayers the most. The average taxpayer, you and me, middle class America, because they're going to be like, oh, you can't have a gas car. Oh, gas is super expensive. Oh, buy a new electric car. We can't buy a new electric car. Can you guys go buy a new electric car? Oh, and is there anywhere that you can fucking charge it? Oh no, there's not. Or like, but they go after the individuals. Like think about in California how all like the lawnmowers and shit have to be electric. Like for, Fred down the street who owns a landscaping company, that's like an insurmountable charge. Like they can't do that, and it's not practical for how their jobs are done as commercial lawn mowing people. So why the fuck is it that they're not going after these corporations and these fucking celebrities with their fucking private ass fucking jets? Like, why are they going after?
They should have done that a long time ago.
Why are they going after companies like fucking, okay, for example, we just had that fucking smart water bottle.
Yeah.
Why aren't they going after companies like that and being like, you can't use this fucking shit anymore to package your shit? Sorry, you can't do it.
It's all about
just fucking outlaw single-use plastics. Outlaw single-use plastics.
And then you get the half measures. Like you got to have a paper straw in your plastic cup.
Yeah, the vast majority of plastic in the ocean is fishing line and fishing equipment. It's the vast majority. I watched that documentary about the ocean and the plastic in the ocean. Yeah,
I actually saw a little clip today, and the guy was doing the math.
It's from commercial fishing
about how much it costs to charge a car to go for $1. Like for $1.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. I don't want to quote it because I'll be but it was how much was $1 and then how much was, and like trying to average it against gas. Was it cheaper than gas? Was it more convenient or whatever? And it like he would say something, I'm like, oh, it's much cheaper. And then he'd say something else. I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense at all. And then like, so I couldn't make heads or tails of this guy because he's one of those information overload guys that just kept contradicting himself. Anyway, I have to go back and find that because it was super interesting. Because he was talking about how much fossil fuel it takes to generate that electricity. Like, so there was so many layers to it, and I was just trying to get down to the.
Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna be able to get natural gas, electricity. They're just telling you true energy comparison, so they're really not telling you there. I'd have to really dig in on that.
Yeah,
but I just think that the way that I think that we should all try to be as environmentally responsible as possible. I think we should have stopped using plastic a long fucking time ago. I don't think we should be using aluminum either. It leaches into your food. Glass is great. I think that there's a lot that can be done with to make paper that's sustainable, like hemp and bamboo. Like, why are we not?
Well, when I was doing print design in the 90s, there was a huge shift. Probably maybe 3-4 years in, everything was like 10% post-consumer waste, and then it was like 20%, and then like almost overnight it went to like crazy percentages of post-consumer waste back into the paper. So they did do some magnificent things like that. And
we just got kicked off Twitter.
Okay, well, we had 100 people watching on Twitter, so
shit,
it'll go down. Anyway, so Tracy says, "Yay Earth Day," and then she says, "Do they not recycle in Podunk, Georgia? Do you? Shit. Do you? They do." So I'm guessing that they do not recycle in hashtag Georgia, where Tracy lives. Are you okay over there?
Yep.
Just trying to get back on.
I'm just loading it back on, see if it does anything for those people that just got booted off.
Yeah,
I just got a message that our Twitter got booted off. We lost 97 people.
It was yours seems to still be on there though.
Mine is, but the other one dropped off.
So anyway, there was you have hashtags. So do you have
Well, Trace said that they do not recycle in Podunk, Georgia. A lot of places don't recycle, but here's what's crazy. A lot of times you think you're recycling and you're not. It's not like a person, like it's like a people sorting the recycling. And if there's debris that doesn't belong there, they throw the whole fucking load out. Like so little of what you submit gets recycled. And then the reality is places like, office building, like very few places are recycling, like corporate places. Like, and I know like places like Disney's now using like a biodegradable packaging for like their takeout food and stuff. But like, there's so many single-use plastics. It's not even fucking funny. And then look at all this shit that you have that has like all this plastic on it. So we try to use as little as possible. I'm always on Doug about his paper towel usage. We don't use aluminum in our house because of the leaching. We try to use we buy in bulk so that we're reducing the packaging as much as we can, like paper towels and shit. Like we're doing a pretty good job.
When I
don't drive very often. I do drive a Jeep, but we don't drive very far.
I did some freelance at Dunkin's in the late 2000s, like maybe what year that was, maybe 05 or 06, something like that. And they had Dunkin's had a recycling and green person there, and that's back when they still had the styrofoam cups. So it was not an easy transition for those folks.
Trace says Disney is amazing with recycling. They have a good, Whole Foods is too, but who knows what happens after it leaves there. In Disney case, they probably deal with it internally. But when you're talking about Whole Foods, like how are they going to deal with it? I don't know.
Don't know. Although I would be, Disney has a system where they vacuum the trash and people sort it. I would be a trash sorter. Sure.
I would love to see the Disney trash.
There's a whole network underground, and there's like these mole people.
Oh my god! Now I want to see the Disney trash system. That's so weird.
Clay white skin.
Remind me when we're done that
they have like lobster claws.
Remind me when we're done that I want to watch the Disney trash system. And the Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger will get out there and recycle. If you don't do it, he knows what to do. All right,
he'll come for you.
Hashtaggies.
Okay, so Metaverse. I don't know why the fuck the Metaverse is trending,
I don't know what the hell is going on with that.
Like, what happens is now if I want to do anything to manage our accounts, it's like all of them at once, and it's fucking sucks. It just fucking sucks. And why don't they keep things simple? Just keep them fucking simple. Oh, apparently, there's all kinds of metaverse things. Metaverse is used to describe a combination of virtual reality and mixed reality worlds accessed through a browser or headset. So anything you're putting your headset on for. You can use it for porn. I recommend it. We've done it.
What?
Remember when we put the VR porn headset on?
Oh yeah, that was kind of funny.
They have first person porn. You put it on and you can look at the porn like you're there. And Real Housewives of New Jersey is trending, as is Coachella. So I know you're not the housewives a little bit. So there's Teresa Giudice, who is now married to Louis Ruel. Not Louis Ruel. Yeah, Louis Ruelas. She has all the daughters.
And she's got the mob husband who's in Italy.
Yes.
Okay.
She has this little girl, Melania.
Alleged mob husband, I should say.
I don't know if he was ever even tied to the mob, but he did time.
Okay.
So Melania is her youngest daughter.
Yeah.
No, Adriana is the youngest. Melania is the second to youngest. But you watch these kids basically grow up on the show. And so apparently she's performing at Coachella, which I thought was really cool.
And I could get a break like
already,
that.
But
talentless fuckers. I'm not angry.
Bitter?
I'm a little bitter that somebody could just I get my daughter in here with all my entertainment connections. I don't have any entertainment connections.
I'm sad.
It's the goddamn problem.
Okay, stop being that way.
God damn it.
Somebody's
worked hard on that record.
My husband just finished his first album. It's called Doug Gear Songs 1 through 10. It's available everywhere music is. If you have a Google Home and you said, "Hey Google, play Doug Gear Songs 1 through 10," it would do it. If you said to your like Alexa, you could be like, Alexa, play Doug Gear songs 1 through 10, and it will play it. Although sometimes it will accidentally play Woody Guthrie, but it's so funny because I do this every night and I go inside and it's on. And it makes me so happy because our theme song, that's my man. It's the first song on Doug Gear.
It's song 1.
1 through 10. It's called Perfectville.
Do you like that name? Songs 1 through 10 because I didn't want to give any one song. Like I wanted to call it Antenna Farm, but I
think
thought
you
that
should have
was
called it Doug Gear, just an old white man.
Well, maybe that'll be my next one. Whitey's on the moon.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any video of it, but supposedly she's performing at Coachella, and I'm really excited for her. And I'm just, like, listen, yes, they have inside connections.
What the fuck did that she do to get a spot on that? She didn't work playing clubs and gigs and loading equipment at 2 a.m. She's coming home smelling like smoke, getting paid $8.
That's such bad energy. Ew. That's not bringing success or joy to your life. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm happy for her.
Really?
Be happy for her.
Okay,
You're going to
sure.
be happy for her.
Sure.
No, hear me out.
Why?
Think about the energy in your body right now,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
energy in your aura right now. Is that how you want to feel?
No, it's
Then be
not.
happy for her.
I don't have to be happy for it.
Be happy
I can
for
just
her.
not think about it. How's that? That's a good.
Be happy for her because you're feeling happy in your body,
Oh,
and you will draw positivity to yourself.
I'm attracting greatness.
Be happy for her.
Hmm.
Come on.
Okay,
You
I'm
wish her
happy.
peace, love,
I'm
and
happy for
happiness?
her.
You wish her all the best.
I wish
Say
her.
it.
I wish her all the best. She might be the most talented. I don't even know. She might be the most talented person in the fucking
Maybe she-
world.
Maybe she
Maybe
is.
she's
maybe
the next
she isn't.
Aretha Franklin.
But you're happy for her, and you want
Sure.
because you're going to take those feelings of happiness that you're having for her, and you're going to feel happy inside.
I already feel happy inside from this afternoon. Oh God, I have.
You let me touch your penis twice tonight on the podcast.
I'm just.
You know-
You know what? I'm just trying to go with the flow.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So we have Bills Mafia, Go Bills, Marital Hate Comedy. We're from Boston. Oh, Jack Nicholson's birthday today.
Oh.
How the fuck old is
Birthday,
he?
Jack. Here's a guy who produced a Monkees album. Jack Nicholson. Yeah, you
No, he
heard
did
it.
not.
Yes, he did.
What?
I don't make this stuff up.
You make stuff up all the time. What did Jack Nicholson do to the Monkees album?
He
What?
produced their the soundtrack to their movie. And it's got some of the best songs ever made on it. So there you go.
So today is his birthday. He was born in Neptune, New Jersey.
Oh, I didn't know he was a Jersey guy.
I bet if you're from Neptune, New Jersey, you know that.
That yeah. Happy
So
birthday,
he was born in
Jack.
1937. So I had to get on my calculator.
37.
87. He's 87. Holy
Ah,
fuck.
good for him. Good for him.
Good for him. He's still getting
3 of the
pussy.
monkeys are dead. So there you go, Jack.
Do you
did
have a
something
favorite
right.
Jack Nicholson movie?
Oh, geez.
The Departed, Chinatown, One Flew Over, As Good as It Gets.
He's been in so
The
many
Bucket
things.
List.
Oh, that one where he was mad. What was that about Schmidt? Where he was
About
just mad
Schmidt?
the whole time.
Yeah.
Was
As Good as
that
It
was
Gets.
good.
Evening Star, Hoffa, Wolf.
Few Good Men. He
Few
was
Good Men.
unbelievable in.
Batman.
Batman. He was.
Batman.
Wait till you get a load of me is one of the great. lines
Batman.
of-
I loved Witches of Eastwick. Witches of Eastwick shot back at home in Massachusetts. What's it called now? The Lucky Finn. It used to be the Harbor Master. What was it called?
It was called Lucky Finn.
No,
I
but
think.
before it was Lucky Finn. What was it called?
Oh,
Quarterdeck.
Quarterdeck.
It was
yeah,
called the Quarterdeck
yeah.
back then. And
The Shining. Can't forget The Shining.
Shining,
God
so
damn it.
good. I held the axe from The Shining that he held. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That was back when he was cute.
Easy Rider.
So he's done some shit.
Yeah.
I want to know if he ever did like a
Was he-
bad horror movie. That would make me so happy. Matinee Theater, The Crybaby Killer. Oh my God. That
Crybaby
sounds about
Killer.
right. So anyway, happy birthday to Jack Nicholson. Thank you for turning old. Tracy says, happy birthday, Jack. And she says, I love Witches of Eastwick. I know, right? Me too. It's the scene with the cherries. Where they
It's
eat
been
the cherries and they
yeah.
spit the cherries out, and the
Such
woman
a-
is really bad, and they witchcraft her ass, and she starts puking cherries everywhere.
I don't know if you can see this, but this photo right here is Jack Nicholson with the monkeys. There's Jack.
You can
There's
click
the
on
monkeys.
it. Oh, wait.
Let's see, will that come up? There we go. There's Jack, Davey, Mike, Mickey, Peter. So I met Mickey. So my Jack Jack Nicholson
2 degrees away
is one. And also, if you look at this right here, that's Mike's white SG custom. Look at the binding on that. Oh, it's beautiful. Anyway,
SG custom made by whom?
Gibson, of course.
It's a Les Paul or no?
Well, a Les Paul is made by Gibson, but an SG is actually the SG. They stopped making the Les Pauls for a while and started and launched the SG, which was actually called the Les Paul.
Stacy Gear.
Yeah. So then, they liked it enough, left the SG. SG made famous by people like Angus Young. A lot of people played SG.
Tracy said, "I did not know about him producing a Monkees album."
It's unbelievable. If you want to listen
here on Marital Hate.
If you want to listen to one of the greatest songs ever made, the Porpoise song off of that soundtrack. The Porpoise song is just beautifully haunting, and it was written by Carole King. So anyway.
So it's educational and fun here on Marital Hate. I did cover all of our hashtags. I had some other notes. I think I covered those too. I wanted to just go over some of our podcast stuff today because we do the social media things. I know sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. Tonight's cartoon, we like to share these.
Wrong window.
What the hell?
You're still on Jack Nicholson. Oh. That's not it.
Yeah, that was it, but it went away.
Yeah.
There it is. You don't know about John Lennon's. You know an awful lot about John Lennon's penis, and Doug said, "Well, he did put it out there."
He did. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the Two Virgins albums, just him and Yoko, all kinds of naked.
Doug has the same ass as Yoko Ono.
I have no ass.
No ass.
It also looks like I'm 93 years old, like Yoko.
What you missed on the last episode of Marital Hate, we found out every song on Doug Gear's songs 1 through 10 perfectly syncs with Trump dancing with dongs. Yeah.
It really does, and it's super funny too.
It's about 24 minutes into the podcast. I think I texted a friend today and told her to watch it. I told him to 21 minutes in. Go 21 minutes into Friday's episode.
Episode 233.
Oh my God, you will laugh your
It's
fucking
so
head off. I don't know if we can get away with sharing it anywhere, but it is so unbelievably funny. What was I doing? Okay, so back over to Facebook. We shared some clips today. Today's FMK was Freddie, Jason, and Michael. What do you say?
I said anybody that's so ugly they have to wear a mask, I don't want any part of. So I'm going with Freddie. He puts his scars out there. He's hideous, but he's proud of it. He's owning it. I go with Freddie.
Because it's all about having confidence.
Yeah, get rid of the other two.
No,
and I know you can't kill the one guy, but like the other guy, I don't even know.
Can't really kill any of them, but I will say that being confident is an attractive thing. And I know a lot of people that shouldn't be confident that are like me. I shouldn't be confident like I am. But
he's got like branding, like he's got like obviously the one guy's got like the hockey mask and the whatever, but the hockey mask, whatever. But and the other guy's got the Shatner mask. But here's my thing. This other guy's got like this like Waldo from hell. Like he's got the striped shirt like Waldo. So
that's the one
he's got the hat.
That's the one you're gonna marry?
I don't want any
part of it. One of those massive dudes who undoubtedly have massive dongs coming at you?
No, both of those guys are eradicated from the planet.
Kill.
No, I can't say that word.
No, it's the noise that his axe makes. I went with, first of all, I don't want to get fingered by Freddie. Or there's chicks with the stiletto fingernails.
Oh,
I don't like those either. So I had to kill him. But I would marry. I went with marrying Jason because I'd like to live in the woods.
Okay.
And Michael, he needs to let go of the past.
Yeah.
Like he's obsessed with his sister. Like that's some incest stuff. I'm not into.
Yeah.
I am not. Just to be clear, I am not into incest. And then of course, would you rather receive money or a gift made by hand?
Well, does it say by who? Like if just some rando
You're the
is
second person to say who. I don't like. I guess the average person. Would you rather have I give you cash
Well,
or a gift I made you?
you're gonna make me something fucked up, so maybe I'll take the cash on that one. Depends who the person is.
It's your money. Okay, so tell me somebody who you would rather have a handmade gift from.
Like a chef. I want like some pastries or some goddamn thing. Yeah.
Does it have to be like a professional chef, or could like Christina just make you some cookies without using stevia?
She puts the stevia. I
Okay,
love
what
her
if
to
she made it
death.
without
but
stevia?
No, she doesn't even own stevia. So and it probably will have some sort of cat hair in it. So there you go.
They give you food with cat hair in it.
Although her husband can make me any of those like pina colada drinks anytime.
Iowa
ever.
pour. Puts him on his ass.
I don't drink. I should not drink. My liver doesn't even function. So anyway, that's that. Yeah.
Somebody had asked about my hair down. They've
Yeah,
never seen
they
it.
did.
That's what it looks like.
I know it's 9:51. I have. Yeah.
You don't need to do all that. It's
I don't.
too nice.
All right,
We
okay.
have to do gratitude.
All right. Let's do
Worry
it.
about another day. So so you never finished the answering the question about the cash or the
Oh
gift,
no,
right?
I
Give me, like, three
think I
people
would
you
rather
wanna-
have somebody make me stuff. If it's somebody I don't know well, just give me cash because your gift's going to be meaningless and it's going to miss the mark anyway.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be meaningless if it was food.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So just make me something.
So I would always want somebody to make me something. As a matter of fact, the best gift, well, Doug got me the Jeep, but technically still his. The best gift I ever got was in high school. This girl that I was friends with, she was super sweet, and she made me a card, which I still have, and she colored it all in, and it was so beautiful. And then she baked me a blueberry pie, and it was so good. And I've always thought of that, and it's one of my favorite gifts ever.
What about that tiara you got on that first day?
That's pretty
Oh,
good,
that
too.
was nice. Yeah, go figure.
But why didn't you make me one?
Make you a tiara?
You could have made me a tiara.
I didn't know it was going to stick.
Maybe you should start making me tiaras as like presents. Just maybe like
I'm going
different.
to take a welding class.
Yeah, you should. And then of course, what is your go-to shower song? Like, what song do you sing in the shower?
I don't really sing in the shower, but if I was going to sing anything, it would be a Sam Cooke song because I just want to sing like Sam Cooke. That would be my life's goal if I had one.
Well,
It's
do
just,
it.
I
Sing
want
a
to
Sam
sing like
Cooke-
that guy.
Sing a Sam Cooke song right now.
No, I don't want to. Don't put me on the spot.
Where do you want me to put you? On the lawn?
Oh yeah, anywhere you want to put me, baby. Oh yeah,
In the pool?
that's 82 degrees now in the pool.
It's almost warm.
Yeah.
Tracy likes to sing Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke or Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. I don't know if I know that one. Stressed Out by 21 Pilots.
Is that the one with the shotgun sound? I don't really love.
I don't know. I also
very
like-
well.
I like.
I don't really love very well.
I don't know what that is. I also
All
like.
my friends are heathens. Let's go
Oh, those are
somewhere.
people.
Is that the song?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Let us know. We can look it up. The dancing songs to the album was hilarious.
the Trump.
Oh, that thing, Trump dancing was the funniest
Very
thing ever.
very funny.
So we did the oh God, we did
Not that one. I finally figured it out enough to like sing it, and it's
that
not
song,
even
it's a
that
different
song.
Everybody Loves Me by One Republic. I like that one, but we like Muck Sticky in the morning. Muck
Like,
Sticky,
is good.
dude. If you want to get fired up for your day, listen to some Muck Sticky. But I also think Rapper's Delight is like the perfect song.
But now you have 10 songs by me.
And I love
to
your
sing if you
album.
like.
I listen to it all. I like that one like on a loop in the living room, and then it puts other songs in with it. And I'm like, why? What are these other songs? I don't like this. Put Doug back on.
Mm.
Aw,
I gotta make more songs.
I love him.
This is what I gotta do.
So speaking of love, I have very much love for you guys. I'm sorry we lost some people before on TikTok. It cut us the fuck off. And somebody's back. Nope. Yep. It's 3 people.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. It just cut us off for no fucking reason. We couldn't do anything. It was only TikTok. YouTube
We broke
is
the
best.
system.
YouTube is the best place to watch us at Marital Hate on YouTube. We appreciate you so much. We're so glad you're here. We do this Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's live. It's
Whether you like
interactive.
it or not.
We like when
bitches.
you interact with us. It's the fun part. You'll make friends like Tracy, who's been here all night, and Courtney, Shortney, as we call her. She's adorable. We love her. And of course, all of our great friends that
Little
chimed
Tommy.
in. Oh my
we
God,
had,
little Tommy Milmore.
Cheryl.
Lori. Oh my God, Lori, Joanne, Tom, David, Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Shop at the Apothecorner if you need a gift for Mother's Day. They ship. They have something for every mom, and it's cheap. Apothecorner.com.
Yeah, baby. Tracy's thankful for us both, thankful for her bed, thankful for Forensic Files, and thankful for true crime in general.
I am not grateful for
Wait. She's thankful for crime.
Yeah, she's crazy. I'm so thankful for all of you guys every night. It's so funny because when we're not with you, we're thinking about you. We talk about you like you're our friends. But then sometimes we talk like they're not even here. Like we forget that there's total strangers watching us and judging us. Oh, as a matter of fact, there was comments the other day. Some woman asked about, she was like, did she just pick her nose? Technically, I was scratching it like this, but she thought I was picking it. If I was going to pick my nose, I would just go straight up there. Like
goddamn there. Difference.
And then there was the other, I just got booger on my computer. And then there was the other chick that said, well, of course, there was the Florida one. That was hilarious. Yeah, the Florida I just walked into. And then there was the third one. I forget what she said. Was there one that attacked me again?
Oh, I think there was one that was
one.
Shoot. Oh, you say the F word all the time.
Oh, all I can say is fuck. Yeah, that was, I think that was the same chick.
Yeah, that was a different one.
I don't know. I like the chick on TikTok though. She was nice. By the way, if you guys are on any of the socials, follow us. We will follow you back. And there's a lot of really cool videos on TikTok right now that we've posted. And of course, other people have cool TikTok videos. Tracy says, I'm crazy proud of it. The deader, the better. I don't know if we should stay there. It might not be safe.
I don't think she would kill us. But if we died,
if you piss her
she
off,
might do some funky things with us, with our remains.
Well, listen.
No, look at this blood spatter.
She is a lesbian, and they all hate men, so she's going to have to kill you.
Jeez.
Just kidding. That's just a stereotype, kids.
But the thing with...
It's like saying that all old white ladies with dreadlocks are fucking crazy. That's not true.
Well, in this case, it is.
Yeah, that's true, but not always. When I go in the house and do sex stuff.
If I haven't killed my mom, you are safe. That's crazy, you know. That's.
I think everybody's wanted to kill their parents at some point. It's a pretty common thing. Ooh, we can all talk about that next week, or not next week. Tomorrow. Remind us what you want to talk about.
I never wanted to kill my parents.
Your parents were nice to you, and they died really early. If they were,
they got out of my hair.
You never know. They might have pissed you off eventually. No, I think your parents had healthy boundaries with you, and that you were taught boundaries.
I don't think there was any boundaries.
You don't think so?
No, I really don't. Well, I mean, yeah, but it was a different time. It was like
your parents respected you.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think they were respectful people in general. So.
Well, that's wonderful that they were so lovely. I'm
not going to feel guilty about it. Even though, there's millions of people out there.
Terrible parents. But that's the thing. The terrible parents will live forever and the nice ones all die. If you have nice parents, they're going to die. That's what Disney's warning you about. They're going to kill your parents. Disney's killing your parents. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Before my podcast gets pulled down and Disney comes with the SWAT team and arrests me. I want to do a Disney series just where we talk about how to avoid children in Disney World. If you're sick of people's whiny ass kids, go to a nice restaurant.
Yeah, I'm gonna, that Be a Man guy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do one of those, but I'm gonna do a Disney thing, right? See a kid crying at Disney, laugh, point, be a man. That kind of thing. Like, because there's something very freeing about that.
Tell them something has just come in on text. You might want to check it.
I know what it is.
Trace says, "Oh, you are speaking the truth." Okay. So we're wrapping up. We're grateful for those of you who have supported the podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. Thank you to the haters. Trace, we love you so much. Courtney, we're so glad you were here. Lori, oh my God, all the guys that chimed in. I don't even have the full list in front of me. I know it was Tom, Keith, Courtney, Cheryl, Lori, Joanne, Tom, Dave, Cheryl. I don't know if Ann was here tonight. I don't know if I should be worried about her.
Bob, Carol, Alice, all kinds of people.
We love you guys. Yeah. And I'm thankful for Doug and how he has taken such good care of me because I have not been feeling well.
And I'm thankful for George, who says Cornell, Illinois rule. I say Illinois because that aggravates people in Illinois.
Is he in Illinois right now?
No, that's where our friend Brian lives, in Cornell, Illinois. Whereas a few weeks ago, he was talking about how I was going to play Cornell and it was going to be my big break.
Well, George, we're almost done with the press kit. Want to help me?
We got the press kit done. I
just have to finish the bio. I was
shoot it out there.
I was too sick this weekend. But if you guys haven't checked out yet, please check out Doug's album, Doug Gear Songs 1 through 10. It's everywhere music is, and yeah, we're super proud of it. And the theme song to our podcast is off the album as the first song. I'm so proud of him.
And if anybody's out there in the Central Mass region and you like sandwiches or breweries, go see my friend George in his band, The Cogs.
Cogs.
COG. Creepy old guys. The Cogs.
Love him. George is the best. And he's a brilliant mortgage broker.
Brilliant. He's a king.
I'm thankful that I get to say my piece to your brother today.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you did.
I'm sure he didn't appreciate that, but he can go fuck himself. And then I'm grateful that you did the sex things to me today. It felt good.
Excellent.
I'm thankful that I have a gay squad that I can reach out to make my anal sex life easier. I'm thankful that I have Fencho that will make my butt better. I'm thankful that you're going to make me a snack when we go inside.
Wong Dynasty, May 4th, The Cogs. Be there. Aloha.
May the 4th at the Wong Dynasty.
That's right. It's coming up.
Let us know, George. We'll share it. Like if you make a little flyer.
I'm thankful for the yummy sandwich I had for dinner. It was an easy no cook meal. You had an easy no cook meal as well. I am thinking about I'm thinking about right now is that little flourless chocolate torte we have in there. Maybe have a little sliver of that. The nice chocolate thing. That would be nice.
We also have some apples we need to deal with at some point.
Yeah. And thankful for the beautiful weather we had today. Thankful for the thunderstorm that woke me up, but not too early.
Oh, it was cool. Do you guys know how to save a Monstera plant?
Well, the Monstera that we got from the Apothecary is it's kind of looking a little dicey. But I actually came out here like 4:00 in the morning because it was pouring rain. And the plant was over here, and I know it drips over here. I didn't want the plant to die. So I sacrificed my life and limb. It's right here.
It needs sun.
Here it is. See, we've got like one dead leaf.
This leaf is better. This one's good.
Yeah. So this one's good. Done. That one's kind of not so good.
That one.
But we're working on it. Monstera. It's Swiss cheese. Look, it's got holes in it.
I think it needs to be in the sun tomorrow.
You know, my sandwich at dinner for dinner I had also Swiss cheese.
I think that needs to be in the sun.
Okay. Well, that's why I had it over there, but there's not getting sun right now. It's nighttime.
Okay.
We don't want it getting eaten by an owl.
No. So we love each other. We love them. Do. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Bye.
That's it.